So I just finished my first true Souls game, and I have some thoughts about my experience playing Demon Souls for PlayStation 5. So as a background, the very first game that I attempted in the Soulsborne, Souls-like genre was actually Bloodborne. I believe it was about 3 years ago that I tried to sit down and play that game, and I got about maybe 3 or so hours into the game itself before reaching I want to say it was the Blood-Starved Beast boss, and I completely just put it down and stepped away from it going, I hate this. This is just so infuriating and really has nothing that I like when it comes to game design. I've always been a player who enjoys cinematic storytelling in my video games, and video games that have more of a narrative focus. So having a world that was so ambiguous and strange, having a gameplay style that was just frustrating and intentionally so because it was trying to really teach you a lesson about failure, was not something that I wanted anything to do with back then. So in December of 2022, I decided for the hell of it, I would try out the Souls-like game Mortal Shell. It was free on the Epic Games Store, so I loaded it onto my PC and then realized that it was also on the PlayStation Plus Extra package that I have. And seeing that it was on there, I opted to play it on my PlayStation 5 because it had DualSense functionality. And no joke, about 2 hours into the game, I hit a wall and I just completely said, I'm done. I deleted the game, walked away, went and had some lunch, sat back down, and for some reason, I reinstalled it. And after I reinstalled it, I found myself sitting there for another 2 hours playing the game, and that's when the gameplay style clicked with me. I was playing as a rogue character, and once I started leveling up my character, everything just seemed so much more accessible. It made sense to me. The gameplay style was fluid. It was encouraging me to do things that I normally wouldn't do in video games, like attack enemies when they are clearly about to just initiate a crazy finisher attack on me and just block it with the harden ability, and then from there just start wailing on them. So ultimately I ended up beating that game, and once I finished that game, I texted my friend who's a huge Soulsborne fan, and I said, I think I'm going to try Demon Souls now. And he was like, you should try it on PlayStation 5. It's awesome. So I loaded up Demon Souls, and instantly, the moment I jumped into the game, I was taken aback at the visual style that the game had. It was very reminiscent of what I saw in Bloodborne, but taken up to a degree that only the next-gen consoles can really provide. So I fell in love with the visual design of the world instantly, especially the way that they were able to take the original game's basic aesthetics and just amp it up to 11, in my opinion. The other thing that I really, really loved right out the gate was the sound design. The sound was incredible, and the lack of music throughout most of the game really made it so that your senses focused in on what the sound was creating for you as an experience is concerned. So I started playing the game, and right into the first boss, I got my ass handed to me. Just completely handed to me. And I took a step back, and I thought about my experience in Mortal Shell, and I thought about the experience that this game was trying to put me through. And I came to the realization that this game is trying to make you okay with failing. It's trying to teach you the lesson of it's okay to fail, because through that failure, you're going to learn new strategies that are going to enable you to overcome the obstacles that are in your way. And after beating Demon Souls a couple days ago, that message just fully synced into my skull. And it's a message that I needed to hear. Because as someone who is a perfectionist, someone who deals with ADHD and anxiety and depression, I've always had an issue with failure. I've always been so afraid to fail. I've never really taken crazy chances in my life pursuing things that I've dreamed of doing or loved doing because of that overarching fear of failure, of what could happen if I fail. And this game really, I don't even mean this as an exaggerated term, this game changed the way that I view life now. The game itself not only makes you comfortable with the idea of failing, but it also allows you to see how other people failed and how you can learn from their mistakes, just like in life. I can't stress hard enough that if you're someone like me who struggles with failing, try Demon's Souls out. Because it's a game that is going to test you. It's a game that at times can feel punishing, but it's always fair. You're always just one step away from being able to overcome those obstacles that are in your way. And I hope that after you play the game, you have the realization that I had. Because now, I'm just more open to the idea of trying things. And if they don't work out, they don't work out. That's okay. You take a step back, you learn from those mistakes, and you push forward. And if there are instances where you can learn from other people's mistakes, we'll definitely do that because it's less painful for you. But even in that, it allows you to be more compassionate towards other people and what they're trying to achieve in life, which in my opinion will only ever make you a better person. So I'm really happy that I played this game. It was really the paradigm shift that I needed to get this year started. And I'm looking forward to playing some of the other Soulsborne games in the series. I'm looking forward to revisiting Bloodborne. I'm looking forward to starting Dark Souls 1, which I'm a little scared of, but I'm ultimately excited. So I just wanted to make this video to share that, because I know there are a lot of people out there that struggle with similar things that I struggle with. And if something like a video game can help you, I don't know, man. There's just something about art. There's something about creativity and the way that when it syncs up with you and who you are, how transformative it can be. And that's what this experience was for me. So I know this isn't the typical video that I would normally make on this channel, but it is the breakdown channel. So I like talking about all sorts of things: movies, music, video games, all that stuff. All with the purpose of breaking down the finer details of whatever it is I'm talking about, and hopefully creating a message that is empowering and enlightening. So with that being said, guys, I'm Corey Kamori. Take care and go play some Demon's Souls.